They told me I could be whatever I wanted, so I decided to become the Welsh flag. Right. Friday. Q&A. Fanmail. Train! Lovely. So what's been going on? If you may have noticed, I haven't had a whole lot of videos out recently, and that is because I've been working on my big end of the year build. I actually want to get it done before December for once, so I can actually get some really good video of it, because the last couple of ones, including even Tears video, was very last minute and wasn't what I was hoping. So I'm hoping I can actually get this one done. I have it fully functional. There's some stuff I need to reprint, some redesigning I need to do, but the core functionality, which was which was the big part. I had to learn a whole bunch of new stuff just to build this. It was so much fun. But yeah, that's what's been taking up all of my time. So much time, but it's gonna be worth it. So worth it. Other than that, I've been doing well. These are turbulent times, and they're only going to get worse, and so, you know, the usual. Drama on Facebook, drama on the Discord, drama llama's gonna drama, haters gonna hate, trolls are gonna troll. You move on. You move on. Alright, speaking of moving on, let's answer some questions. There are some good ones. There are some good questions today. I'm actually looking forward to this. Dr. Pizza. Would it be possible a Nerf BAR or M250 cal? Yeah, I mean, I built a minigun. As far as just cosmetics, I mean, it's just a matter of figuring out how to do the cosmetics. How you actually make them function internally, well, that's a whole lot different. I mean, I've seen people who took a Vulcan and just made it look like a 50 cal, and really nice, too. I don't know what internal modifications they made to it, but yeah, those are definitely within the realm of possibility of, you know, I think people have already done both of them, so. Moonchild Hobie. Have you ever built a working Lego gun? I have, actually. Luchathor 13 bought one off, like, AliExpress or something. It's not actually Lego, it's knockoff, but it's functional. It's compatible with Lego Technic. And yeah, I built that on the channel, and then we added an all-Lego flywheel assembly onto it, because it was a rubber band-powered dart blaster, but I added afterburners. Didn't, you know, do much, but it was hilarious. Bosco 472. How much Nerf guns do you have? How much Nerf guns? I have many. I have several minis, actually. I have not counted them in a very long time. There's just too many. It would and stuff comes in and goes out so fast that, I mean, I would need somebody whose full-time job was just keeping track of the Nerf around here. So I don't know, but many. Many. Cameron Stevens. What is your favorite vacation trip you have been on? Despite how much I complain about it, and despite many of the things that were very unpleasant about it, my trip to Europe with my father back when I was like 24 is probably my favorite trip that I've ever taken. It was a month long. We flew into Ireland, tootled around Ireland for a week, took a ferry to France, drove through France, ended up in northern Italy for 2 weeks, tootling around, looking at castles and colosseums and museums, and it was loads of fun. I plan to go back to Europe. I was going to be in Europe this year, and it probably would have been the better trip, but plague hit. I'm hoping if plague abates by next year, I will get to do a trip through Europe. There's actually a question about that later, so yeah. Danimal4114. If one were to make a Gatling gun for darts, what would you think would be a good starting point to go from? I'm thinking all the bells and whistles, crank, and everything. Well, the Air Warriors Punisher, what tier is made out of, would probably be the best start because of the size and the general look of it. It's fairly Gatling gun-ish. It's got the barrels and all of that. The trick is if you want to make it so that it actually operates using the crank, as in like a crank-powered Springer. Hasbro actually did have one of those, the Razor Beast, I think it's called. And it was crank-powered, it was a Springer, it was belt-fed, it didn't have a rotating barrel. But you might be able to either pull the mechanism out of that, or just make the crank be, you know, geared so that it rotates a belt. I don't know if you're wanting to go belt fed, or if you want to be properly Gatling gun, it would be hopper fed. So it'd be a magazine that just gravity fed magazine from the top. It would be easy to make it flywheel powered, and then just have the crank operate a pusher that just pushes darts into flywheels. That would be the easiest. It would be much more difficult to make it a crank-fed Springer, so the crank operates a Springer. You might be able to do that with a Vulcan, because the Vulcan does have a Springer component, and if you made the crank just operate the bolt, that would work. It would then have to be belt-fed, or you'd have to do a lot of modifications. Belt-fed would be the best option there. Really, you're either going to have to go flywheel if you want it to be, hopper-fed, or belt-fed. But like putting the air zones barrels, or just making new barrels to go onto a Vulcan, that's how I would do it. There's an answer in there somewhere amongst the rambling. What is your bottle? So, Austin Black. When will there be more proton pack builds like the Chaos one you did? I had planned to do one of those builds every other month this year. That had been my big ambition. Every year, every 2 months, I was going to produce another retrofitted rival blaster, a hopper-fed blaster that would then be able to be fed with the proton pack. But a couple of things happened this year. One, obviously, this year happened. But the other one was that Out of Darts developed hopper adapters for all of those, for a bunch of those. And so just kind of okay, why, alright, I'll just buy those, I suppose. But there will be more. There will be more. There are some big ones that I still really want to do. And most of them I'm just going to have it so that I don't want to have it just refill the hopper, but more have an adapter that allows you to feed using a proton pack. But it'd probably feed directly into the firing mechanism or similar. We'll see. We will see. Mikolaj. Have you heard of Kabi, a Polish Lego off-brand? I haven't. I have not. I've actually run into a number of off-brands. There's like companies like Lepin where it's just straight up counterfeit. They're actually stealing Lego's designs and just producing them, and that's morally dubious, obviously. Especially when those sets are still in production, that's when it's really a problem. When it's a retired Lego set, it's still not okay, but it's less troublesome than when it's sets that are currently in production. But I've seen a couple of companies that have produced sets that were never in production. And some of them are probably also stolen from the original designers. They're probably not getting credit or revenues or anything like that. But like, from on AliExpress, you can get Cave Gods AT-AT, and I want it so bad, but I don't want to pay them for it. But I've also run into a company called, I think it was Enlighten, and their stuff was different. It wasn't rip-offs of Lego sets. They were Lego compatible, and they're obviously everything looked very similar. The minifigures were different, but their sets weren't direct rip-offs. There was one set that was very similar, but it was almost like it was a Lego line that had been conceived and designed and then abandoned that Enlightened somehow got their hands on. But it was a fantasy line. They had dwarves and elves and monsters, and I got a couple of those, and the quality was really good. And according to Mikolaj, the Kogi's production quality is excellent. I'd love to get my hands on one just to take a look at it, especially since it's, as you said, not counterfeit. It's just another company making compatible bricks, because Lego's license obviously wore out, their patent wore out long ago, and so Mega Block and all those other ones are able to legally make toys that are compatible with Lego. I'd be interesting to see one if somebody knows where I can get my hands on one. Julian Nixon. What would you think of a patch that labels you as fragile to indicate your Italian heritage? I'd wear one. That sounds fabulous. Especially if it had, like, the broken glass symbol on it as well, as opposed to just the word, the actual, broken. So I think it's a broken wine glass or something like that. Maybe a broken root beer bottle. Yes, that would be cool. Griffin Hall. If you literally could have all the Lego and all the land, would you enjoy it? Or would it detract from the longing to have a set you don't already have? That's a really good question. The nice thing is that they're always coming out with more Lego. So, I mean, there's always be more stuff that you don't have yet until, it comes out and you get it and then you have it. But I think, yeah, there is always that element of the collector of, you never want your collection to be complete, because then what do you do with yourself? There are still a few sets I don't have. That list keeps getting shorter because people keep sending me amazing stuff. Like getting the Deep Freeze Defender, that's one I've wanted since I was a young child. Stuff like that. I think I would be happier not having everything, just because it would take the mystery out of, getting packages. It's all, if I had everything, when you sent me a package, it was, oh look, another one of this, as opposed to, I don't have this, that's awesome. I think I'd be happier not having it all. Yeah, that's a good question. Starfall Galaxy. If you were a superhero, who would be your arch enemy? Well, my evil twin, obviously. And I'm just gonna drop that and not tell you guys anymore. Y'all gonna wonder. Oh, take that! Ah! That's probably the closest I've gotten recently. Amy Lupercio. Is Santa Claus Odin? No. Odin is Santa Claus. Or rather, many of the myths or the supernatural abilities that are attributed to Santa Claus were originally attributed to Odin. It's believed that the 8 reindeer came from Sleipnir, Odin's 8-legged flying horse. The red fur with the white trim, that was something that Odin was associated with. The putting presents or gifts or dowries into it was originally, I believe, wooden shoes, but stockings, that was something that Odin was known for. There are a number of, the way mythology mixes and matches, it's fascinating stuff. And it's, there is a strong argument that much of the modern mythos around Santa Claus was borrowed from Odin in many respects. The Dresden Files very much has taken that concept and just ran with it, and I love the way they've done it. It's interesting how things like that happen, how many of the modern Christian holidays were borrowed bits and parts, or sometimes just stolen outright from early European pagan things like Easter and Christmas and Halloween, and all of those were drawn from lots of different places. They weren't all from one place. It's interesting how they've all kind of just melded together, and how, when they were trying to convert the pagans, they're like, oh no, yeah, we totally have a holiday on that same day, you can still party, yeah! You just have to call it this now, and it's all about Jesus, okay, we're good, alright, let's have some cake. And, I mean, it works. So, yeah, is it completely? No, there's bits of stuff that came from other mythologies as well, but a good portion of them, so... I like that concept personally, but I have interesting views on that stuff. Nerf Demon. What is the ratio of people who actually explain themselves when you tell them to versus them not explaining themselves? It's actually usually fairly good. If it's something where I'm clearly just plotzing, they don't always. When it's something where I'm genuinely confused, like, who sent this? What am I supposed to do with this? Is this a gift? Am I supposed to review this? Am I fixing it? What's going on? Then they will usually send me an email or a comment or IM me or something to explain themselves. But sometimes they just write in going, just because they got a kick out of making me plots, which is fun. Adam Gao, the Single Track Woodsman. It's a great name. If you were to create a video game, what would it be? I would like to see a game on the scale of Elite Dangerous, but in the Star Wars universe. Because I miss X-Wing and TIE Fighter. There hasn't been a game like X-Wing or TIE Fighter. I mean, there was X-Wing Alliance, but that one was, I wasn't as much of a fan. But yeah, a good Star Wars space sim. I know Squadrons came out, but that's more 5v5 PvP stuff, and not quite what I'm looking for. I do have it, and I do need to get into it and actually play it, but I've been doing my build. Mike Wend. If you could build a blaster based off a science fiction movie or cartoon, what would it be? That would be telling. You're going to have to wait till New Year's. And then you will see exactly which sci-fi blaster I would make if I could, because I am. There is your first hint. My end of the year build is based on sci-fi. Some people already know what it is. Somebody will probably figure it out. I think I've mentioned wanting to do it in the past, but many of you won't have the slightest idea because you're toddlers and don't know good sci-fi. Morton will... Ahoy, Captain! What priorities would define the route for your eventual Euro trip? Lego, cheese, and shenaniganery. I had, like I said, I had a trip planned, and well, actually, I didn't have it planned so much as the auxiliary had it planned. I will probably try to actually make myself a little more useful and helpful next year when I actually now vaguely know what I'm doing. I was going to Foam Fest. Foam Fest was the event. Big convention, big Nerf battles, big stuff. There was going to be Nerf Wars Friday night. There was going to be that event all day Sunday. There was then going to be Nerf Wars in an old prison. I was then being shanghaied by the Dutch, taken to the Netherlands, who were going to be sharing me with the Germans, and they were then going to pass me off to the Danes, who were going to take me to the Lego house and then throw me on a plane and send me home. And that is still largely what I would like the plan to be. I do have some friends in Germany from high school, and I definitely want to see the Lego house, and I just want to see... I've never been to any of those countries. I've been to Ireland, France, and technically we drove through Monaco, but just like in an hour, and Italy, but I haven't been to any of the rest of this country, so I'd love to go. And for the most part, my priorities was, show me what you think I would like. What would you like to show me? Especially if it's like, in the Netherlands. I have no idea what there is to see in the Netherlands. Show me stuff. Whatever you think is worth seeing. Same with Germany. Obviously, I like castles. I'd love to go to castles. I love museums. I'd love, see a show, a play, a movie, whatever. Food. Show me the food. The good stuff, not the stuff you feed to tourists so you can laugh at them. Though I will eat that as well because, I will be a tourist and I don't speak any of the language. I mean, in England I'll speak English, but yeah. Fun. Having fun. Meeting the people. That's really the one. I want to meet more auxiliary, because I've heard stories and seen pictures, and I definitely want to nerf with as many of them as possible. Hopefully there will be events. That was one of the things that was on there. Yeah. Spark of Siege. Do you prefer German or British firearm design? I don't think I really have a preference. Obviously, growing up with Star Wars, I love the Sterling L1A1, the Stormtrooper rifle. And the heavy Stormtrooper rifle was an MG42. The Rebels rifle in some scenes was a Sturmgewehr. So both sides have German, both sides have British. It's interesting how at the time it was easier to buy surplus World War II firearms than to make something from scratch, which is just fascinating to me. But they made millions of those weapons. I mean, there were piles of them. Now they're all kind of starting to become more scarce. But yeah, I like the Mauser. I've always been a huge fan of the Mauser. I've gotten to shoot a number of Mausers, both pistols and rifles. I have gotten to shoot a Sterling L1A1. Sergeant Major Kyle has one, a 9mm one, which is it's just fun. It's a submachine gun. It's not full auto, but it's still fun. Spring King. If you were to run a sharpshooter loadout, what would it be? Primary sidearm mags. Also, what hammer shot in the background with a bayonet? Oh, yeah. It's a plastic 3D printed bayonet that just goes on the bottom of a hammer shot. I think it's worker. Probably worker. Everything's worker. It's not foam. It's not safe. It's just cosmetic. My sharpshooter loadout, because I actually have run it, I run Uller, my Caliburn, and now I've got all the different springs and all the land that I can put into it so I can scale it up or down to whatever FPS I need for whatever event I'm going to. For my sidearm, I really do need to get around to getting this thing fixed, or not fixed, it still doesn't have internals. I have all of the parts now. I finally have the wheels and the motors and the stuff, and I've run out of excuses. But that would probably be my sidearm. I would also love to get some sort of a half-dart auto pistol. either a Woozy or a Kestrel or something. I'd love a Select Fire Kestrel. I don't know why it's not Select Fire. It would be so beautiful. But yeah, something for spray and pray, something for, you know, the long range. I would run magazines that, preferably one that fit them all. That's the downside of this one, is it takes Talon or Katana mags, and I would prefer to run Talon mags. I don't know what the Kestrel takes. Probably Talons. Anyway, I would prefer Talons. So, yeah. Jackal Blade 9. Have you had any experience with HeroQuest? We definitely had it. At some point in my childhood, we had HeroQuest. I don't remember anything about it. If so, what are your thoughts on Hasbro's HeroQuest relaunch? I didn't know that was a thing. So, I have no thoughts. Lucky. Does your Hyperfire wiring circuit still work if I switch all of the wiring so that the positive becomes negative and the negative becomes positive? I think so. But do not quote me on that. Do the research. Make very sure you're not creating a short circuit somewhere when you switch everything around. Hypothetically, a circuit should work either way. I know you can put either one on the switch. I don't know. From what little Googling I did, you can supposedly use the positive or the negative to motor brake. But do some more research, because I am not a good enough... I don't know I'm not an electrical engineer, so don't take my word for it. Look it up, go to a forum, ask some electrical engineers what would happen. That's actually what I did for a number of builds that I did. When I worked in the hospital, when I first got into modding and had no idea what I was doing, I went down to the maintenance guys, who were in fact electrical engineers. And I asked them, if I do this and do this, will it work? And they're like, that's a weird way to do it, but it'll work. I'm like, is there a better way to do it? Yeah, you should do this. Oh, but do that! Talk to experts. I am not an expert. And finally, Crashbox Reborn. Another great name. My son and I were wondering if you knew of yearly LEGO events in your area. Since drooling on your collection and gearing ours up, we are wanting to attend a convention. And since I know I will receive snark for not asking a question. Snark! Snark! I've never snarked. How very different. Snark! The very idea. Because you already asked a question. Anyway, the second question. What is your favorite Rebel, Empire, Republic, and Separatist LEGO ships? Well, the Empire, the Star Destroyer. Because it's fantastic. The Rebel, I've always liked the B-Wing. So the USC B-Wing is probably one of my favorites. Republic, the carrier that actually picks up walkers. The way they actually designed that so it could actually pick up the various walkers. I thought that was a really cool thing that they did. And Separatist, whatever. But yes, there are two large LEGO conventions in this area. Seattle has BrickCon and Portland has Brick Cascade. And they're more or less all the same people going to both because they're 2 hours apart. But I have been to both. I've been to BrickCon and I did get to go to Brick Cascade. And they were both quite excellent. And they obviously didn't happen this year for very good reasons, because that was a lot of unwashed nerds all packed into one room. But I'm hoping they come back. I would eventually like to display at one. I would love to bring my castle. I specifically built it modular so I could take it apart. It would be a nightmare to transport, but it would just, it'd be fun to be on the inside of the tables going, why, yes, I built this, and there are secret passageways all over it. Would you like to see? Oh, look, push a button and the Knight's Charge. Ho, ho, ho. Because I'm a very shy person and I don't like being in public. Ha-ha! I hit! I got him! Ha! All right, there is loot aplenty, and there is, I'm fairly certain, a lot of happiness to be had. So... let's get to the loot. Alright, we will start with the letters. I have 2 letters. I love getting letters. I think they're neat. I'm surprised you can even read. I beg your pardon, sir. I do not have to take this abuse from the likes of you. I happen to know the internet is full of people just waiting for the chance to abuse me. I could have my pick. I have a letter here from Dustin Bergen. Captain Xavier. You've been challenged. Challenge? I, General Ace of the Crew Auxiliary, hereby challenge you to a lightsaber duel, your Sword Force lightsaber versus mine.
When the plague ends and I'm able to come to the makerspace, I want to duel you on your property. Terms and conditions, rules will on the back. Do you accept this challenge? I do, sir! The very idea. Rule 1. You and I will both wear torso armor and helmet. I would hope so. No help from outsiders. One-on-one. Terms. If I win, I get to murder you with tear. If you win, you can murder me with either one of your blasters or your flamethrowers. Conditions. I want this battle to take place at night. That way the lightsabers will be clearly visible. I want there to be an audience, if possible. Could you invite your local crew members? I want this duel to be filmed. That way your subscribers can enjoy a little show. Do you accept these terms, conditions, rules I have laid out before you? I look forward to the duel. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. You did not discuss the actual terms of the fight itself. Is it best 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5, headshots only, torso shots, limb shots? Are we going 2 limbs as a kill? Limbs are disabling? How does it work? What's? We'll have to discuss all of that. Those are details we can discuss. But yeah, I'll take you on. All right, I have a letter here from Evan Thibault. There's stuff. Stuff. What the? There's a dart. One dart. No explanation. Any idea when you'll do events at the Makerspace? After COVID, of course. Yeah, after COVID. I will not be doing full-scale events here until, at the very least, I've been vaccinated. I have done some smaller events, 1 or 2 people, obviously with distancing and masks and all of that. But yeah, there won't be any large scale. I was hoping this summer to be hosting our monthly Nerf Wars here at the Makerspace, but Blake, when it passes, whenever that is, it's not like 2020 is going to pass and suddenly plague's gone. Especially given that we're still not taking it seriously in this country. Some countries are, and they're opening up, and there are parts of this country that are tentatively opening up, and some are handling it better than others, but it's just, we just don't know. And that's the simple truth of it, is that this disease is brand new. It hasn't existed long enough for us to know anything about it, especially not long-term effects. So, yeah, when it's safe, I will host events, and I will definitely make it well known that I am now open for business. All right, we have a dubious package. Definitely dubious. I am dubious of this package, or I feel it is a dubious package. There is a note. It says, "Baby, I shall talk to Grog about this." What? Jelly babies! Someone sent me jelly babies. I have no idea what a jelly baby even is. It's wrapped in a wrapper. I don't think... Did you send me... Sold as a set? Maynard Bassett's jelly... Give me the... Oh. Behave yourself! It looks moldy. Is it supposed to look like that? No. Oh, those are delightful. Those are absolutely delicious. Thank you for that. Yeah. Yeah. I've had something similar. Can't place it. Those are fantastic. Thank you ever so much. Adam, thank you for the deliciousness. Yeah. Trash. All right. I'm gonna open the little one. This one, in fact, comes to me from Corporal Sergeant Fusco of the Auxiliary now. And I was forewarned. I have an inkling, but I'm not sure exactly. He sent me packing peanuts. Just what I always wanted. It's a tank. It's a oh, okay. I get what you meant. He previously sent me a Sherman and a Panzer as well as minis for them, but the Sherman was not the right scale. Was not the same scale as the Panzer. It was a smaller scale, and this one looks to be proper minifig scale. So I will now be able to have my Panzer and a Sherman. Super cool. That is going to be such a fantastic buy the book. I'm looking forward to that. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, very cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. I don't know what I'll do with the small one now. All right then. Let's see. We've got dubious. We have something here from a Kenny Asaro, which is may be a diagnostic and repair, or it may be loot. I don't know. You never know. How is this? Okay. Aha! Note. Yeah, so this poor fellow got somebody to do a custom strife for him, and I don't think they actually did half of what he paid them to do. So he sent it to me to rectify the situation. Alright. We have... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That sounds like happiness. It says Captain's Happiness. This comes to me from a Jonathan Grafer. What do we got? What do we got? A note! Dear Captain, oh Captain, my Captain, thank you for the many hours of enjoyment you have provided with your shenanigans. I'm planning to get involved in HVZ once the plague ends, and look forward to meeting you in person if you ever return to Maryland. I do intend to return. Please find enclosed the following items. 1 Ninjago Destiny's Bounty? Good lord, sir! All parts accounted for, except for 1 metallic gold banana. I'm sure I can acquire a gold banana. 1 Ninjago Lord Sword and Sheath Foam Toy. Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's got a sheath. Neat. 1 batch of homemade mint chocolate fudge. Oh. Oh, the minty fudgy goodness. Oh. Oh. It will keep for up to 3 weeks. Store in airtight container. Does not require refrigeration, but I do recommend it since it's easier to cut when cold. Well, that's a lot of fudge. I'll probably hack off a hunk of it and throw it in the freezer. Would you consider a unique ammo type to the range day rotation to cover things like the gyro strike? Thank you again, John Gaver, aka Dark Lordex Sword. Cool. Yeah, that would actually, I would love to, yeah, do the really weird one-offs. Things like the Titan, obviously was a one-off. And there's a couple of others that I have that are fairly unique. The Ultimator, for instance. The Gyro Strike, I do have ammo for it. Unfortunately, it's sealed, and I don't want to open it because the Nerf curator would come down and just murder me in my sleep. He'd just smother me with a pillow. But I might be able to custom make some ammo for it. I think I've got what I would need to do that. Actually, yeah, I think I'll throw this one up to you guys. What unique ammo types, or what blasters can you think of that had a unique ammo type that I might try? I've got a couple. Let me know. Okay, that is awesome because I really wanted to have an Asian-looking ship, a Chinese or Japanese-style ship, to go with my pirate stuff, because I already had, obviously, the Western-style ships. And then I got the Lord of the Rings Corsair ship, and I want to retrofit that to look like a Mediterranean Corsair pirate ship. And now I have a junk. So that is awesome. Thank you ever so much. Taking the fudge out so I don't forget it. That is indeed a box of happiness. And the sword is cool. I didn't know they made sheaths for it. That is the best part. All right. There's two. I'm going to go with this one. It's shorter, but big. This one comes to me from Jeff Murray. Give me that. Give me that. Paper! Man has sent me paper, just what I always needed. That is adorable. It's a tiny, tiny boat. Aha! He has sent me... That is in really good condition. Nice. A reactor. Scorpion. Never have too many scorpions. I do have a bunch of scorpions, but I never have too many. Wait, he actually said belt with it. Oh, that's the hardest part to find. Ooh, yes, the Rebel holsters. Well, the best thing about the Rebel lines is they came with holsters. Wait, it's got ammo. Good lord. Come here. Very cool, very cool. A buzzsaw. We have, oh, look at that. A proton and a bunch of discs. Ammo for these is so hard to find. Old school, yep, streamlines and whatever that yellow thing is. Oh, hey, a Havoc. Either it doesn't work, or it has to have a mag in it to work. Not sure what's going on here. There's hopefully a note in here somewhere. I thought I saw a note. Where's the note? Ah, wait, no, that's not a note. There better be a note in here. Sir. Ooh. Rival target, or yeah. Rival target's very, very cool. Oh, there is Lego in here. Aliens. It looks like an Ice Planet visor, but without the antenna and silver. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, that's custom. It could be custom, I don't know. There's an alien and a Steven Spielberg, who's bald apparently. Somebody once upon a time sent me a Havoc Fire that I was supposed to do something with, and I've long since forgotten what. If you're still watching this and you haven't given up on me for being a schmuck, remind me one more time and maybe I'll actually get around to it. Half of the Split Strike. Cool. Right? I think I see a note. Nope, not a note. There is a foam sword. Yar. Right there. Very cool. Zombie sign. Warning! Zombies ahead. Cool! I will put it with my other zombie signs in my woods. Very, very cool. I like that one. Still no note. No note. Was there a note? Is there a note? And there a note? Did I cut the note in half? Is there no note? Oh, good lord. We will get to that here in a moment. A jumbo inflatable hat. That is fantastic. Sweet. I dig it. I get Irish in me. And, good lord. Nerf pool. Well, that is just cool. Is this sealed? Okay, no, that's definitely replaced. Okay. Looks like it allows you to turn any table into a pool table. That is really neat. It's like it's got bumpers that go that you can just put on the corners of your table, and then there's, looks like some kind of a barrier that it puts up so they don't just fall off the table. That is really cool. I will have, do I have a table it would work on? My folding tables are a little, aren't solid in the middle. That could be a problem. I suppose I could just put a surface on them. That is, I have no idea what exactly to do with this. Walmart. I didn't know Walmart was that old. Some assembly required. Okay, that is just cool. Where did you get that? Okay, there's the barriers. That, sir, is awesome. I will do something with it. I'm not entirely sure what. I might have to fight Walcom for it. Maybe I will use it to trade for some of the blasters that he has that I want for the wall. Options abound. We shall see. Well, Mr. Murray, there was no note that I found. Let me know if I missed the note, if there was supposed to be a note, if you didn't bother to send me a note. I like having a note. It explains things. Okay, just loads of cool stuff in there. Good stuff. I like the sword. And the holster. All right. All of that will need to get sorted into its place. One final box. This man has sent me an absolutely inordinate amount of happiness, and I have no doubt he's about to do it again, but I also have been hoodwinked by him in the past. Bamboozled, I tell you. We shall see what we get today. Hello, Captain. Alas, I actually wasn't going to send you any Lego this time apart from the Lord of the Rings set, but I ended up getting a box of Lego from shopgoodwill.com last night, and it was way, way better than the picture showed, which is sometimes the case. I have sent you a chunk from that box. I have tried to bag things in themes. Enjoy. Looking forward to the tour videos whenever they come out. As always, I hope this box arrives intact and it cheers you up. Stay sane and silly. Have yourself an awesome day. Daniel Dillman, native of Consonite, Halo fan, Sprecher, root beer, drinker, Lego, sorter, etc. Well, looky there. A strong arm shield. You just can't go wrong with a box that starts with a strong arm shield, man. Those are tough. All right. Hand sanitizer. The man has sent me hand sanitizer. You can't go wrong there. Haribo fruit salad gummies. More gummies. Oh, hey. I don't think I had this ship. I think I have a knockoff version. And I may have bought some of the parts. Excellent. Mint! Junior mints! Russell Stover's mint patties! Man! Mint! Gum? Tic Tac gum? I didn't know Tic Tac made gum. I am dubious of their gum. Ooh, an 18-round magazine. Can never have too many of those. York Mini Unwrapped. I like those. Those are delicious. Another bit of pirate ship hull. Dubious. Dubious. Oh, what do we got here? What do we have? What do we have? What we have is buried the knife. Oh. Wow. Okay. It is instructions. I think I had that set. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh wow, that's some old ones there. Did not have that set. Definitely did not have that set. I might have had this one. I might have had that one. Definitely had that one. Love that one. Nyop nyop. Oh, King Kahuna. Excellent. Don't believe I had that set. Maybe. I don't think I had any of the Johnny Thunder Adventure stuff. Didn't have any of the rock ones. Definitely had that one. Man down. Oh, Ice Planet. I did have this one, and I do need to go through and build all the Ice Planet sets now for reasons. And that, oh! I don't know that I actually have this one. I have it built, but I'm not sure that I ever owned it. That one, yeah, definitely had that one. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wait, that's part of a different set. The small Blacktron ones have been a little bit mangled. Some big Technic system, more Technic. Oh, another, yep, I definitely had this one. Love that it came with so many spears. And I definitely did not have that fire engine. Very cool. I love old instructions. I used to have mine all organized, and I still do have most of them. My pirate, I have binders that I kept them in. My pirate binder disappeared at some point in the past, and I never did locate it, which is a shame because it's probably worth hundreds of dollars. Alright. See, I suspected it was not, in fact, hand sanitizer, in case you need some hand sanitizer. Rattly hand sanitizer. I see what's going on here. I don't trust a word this man says, but I can trust that his packages will be awesome. We have wheels and domes and stuff. We have stuff and things. Oh, okay. I know what set that's from, or at least parts of that are from. Wall bits, grass bits, and trees. Pirate sails and bits. Yep. There is the sail for the Spanish ship. Looks like there's some Ice Planet in here. Some Blacktron in here. Oh, possibly. Oh, yeah. Aquanauts, Aqua Raiders, Aqua Sharks. A little bit of everything. Okay, yep, there's more Aquanauts, as you can see. I don't know that I had anything with the yellow wheels. That is neat. Ooh, an odd base plate. This is a very odd base plate. Some blue bits on it. Oh, more base plates. Oh, tan base plates. Very nice. It's got paint on it. Interesting. That's also weird corners. Not custom. They were... That is fascinating. I don't know what's going on there. Dubious. Dubious. Dubious, sir. It's... Oh... Sir! Where did you find an armor shot in box? KB Toys. Marked down from $9.99 to $4.99. This is the only Cyber Strike blaster I didn't have, and now I have it in box. You, sir, I'm starting... Oh... The stuff this man has found and sent me, I genuinely cannot. Like, look here, look this. Last time he sent me the box for the Eldorado Fortress. Today he sends me the box for the Black Falcons. And last time he had what looked like an envelope that had the instructions for this set, and it was in fact the top of the box. The flap that goes over here. So I will be able to return the two together and put them in my collection. I keep the boxes now. I didn't used to when I was a kid, obviously. Now I understand that the box is almost as valuable as the parts to a collector. Just amazing stuff. It's a section of Helm's Deep. Not the whole thing, just a little wall section with the siege engine and some Urukai. Does it? It does! It's got the orcs. Sweet! That is too cool. I think I've built this set. I don't have this set, but I've built it. I think I built it for a collection for Bricks and Wheels a while back. Alright. Aha! The off-camera note. Yes. And something. 1 brick. Alright. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, that's cold. What? Oh, I see. It's a box. In a box. We'll see how deep this rabbit hole goes, sir. Meh. Oh, come on! Starting to think this man has too much time on his hands, and I love it. Right. Gonna be another one. Yep. Ever seen the movie Groundhog's Day? There's gonna be like a Lego in a box, in a tiny little box on the inside. Aha! We're in, and there are minis. What is that to? I have never seen that before that I can think of. We got some minifig stuff, some minifigs, hats, Islander stickers, a canoe, heads, gems, swords, hair, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. And then we have a whole bag of minis. Man, minis are often the most valuable part. This is all vintage, older stuff. Aquanauts, maybe some early Star Wars, more Aquanauts. Fright Knights, ninjas, cowboy stuff, pirates, horse. See an Islander head floating around in there, some Unitron. Oh, so one of the Spaniards. Train. Explorians. Jar Jar Binks' torso, no Jar Jar Binks' head. As it should be. Fantastic. As always. There may have been a portion that I opened in the Lego room, so we're going to hop to there. And welcome to the Lego room. And I have a Rattly package that I'm opening. I believe it's Thursday night. Because it sounds like happiness, and I need some happiness. Because it's this particular Thursday night. If you check the timestamp, you'll be able to work it out. Alright, let's see if there is, in fact, happiness in here. Or if I have been hoodwinked. Happiness! Sweet! What do we got? What does it say? Aha! A gift from Italy! Well, at least me and my 5-year-old son are from Italy. May this gift let you think of Italy when you'll look at it and give you happiness. From Matteo Parlioni. Well, that's fantastic. They've sent me a Lamborghini. A little polybag Lamborghini. That is awesome. I've been to Italy many years ago. I would love to go back someday. Alright. Well, this will get built in a video at some point. Back to the shop. And here we are. Alright. Obviously, some of this should have been opened up in the Lego room, but I picked this up today during filming, so. Yeah. Amazing stuff, you guys. As always, I love the stuff that you guys send me. As I said last time, obviously, if that's not something that you are in a position to do, you can just leave me a nice comment. And I did actually notice a marked increase in the number of just people commenting nice stuff. And that really is more appreciated than you probably realize. Obviously, all of this is hugely appreciated. I'm going to have some great LEGO videos. I need to get that tour done. I realized that I needed to clean up my LEGO room a little bit, and then I had new blasters that needed to go up on the wall, and now I've got yet another blaster that I need to put up on the wall. So once I get all of that set up, I will do a tour video. And I'm going to get back to work on my end of the year project after cleaning up all of this awesomeness. Thank you guys as always. I appreciate it so very, very much. And thank you guys for watching.